Now guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here and welcome back to another episode of this Tottenham Hotspur career mode. It has been a little while. Now I knew I had some commitments in December, but I didn't expect to end up getting ill twice in the space of 14 days. So very frustrating. So there hasn't been a video, but we are back now. Your boy is feeling a hell of a lot better. Last time out, we made the dream come true. We finally signed Bastoni. He was recommended from episode number 1, and we finally got the deal done. He's joined the club, 87 rated centre-back. But they didn't give me a lot of money, which means we don't have that much money left to play with, and there is definitely more transfers that we want to get done. We've only 77 million in the current budget, which is frustrating, but there is still players to go out, so I expect this to be a very busy episode. I had zero plans to bring in another centre-back, but after Christian Romero ended up getting a broken toe in the last episode of being out for 3 months, we might just have to do that. Now, Bastoni wasn't the only transfer signing. We brought in the Brazilian João Pedro from Watford. A young one for the future, could play striker or left mid, so he kind of suits what we need because Harry Kane is getting on, Son is getting on. It just covers those positions and covers our back. I'm looking forward to getting to use him next season. After being handed an absolutely horrendous start to the season, though, we did kick it off with a trophy. We did miss out on the charity or community shield against Manchester City with a 2-1 defeat, but we then did go on to beat Liverpool in the Super Cup to grab our first trophy of the season. This episode, we take on Manchester United and Manchester City, so it's not an easy start to the Premier League either. Before we get into the first game, a lot of you guys wanted me to bring back Dele Alli, and he is a free transfer, so we're going to do just that. 79 rated. I think we can easily get him into the 80s at 28, and we're going to bring Dele home, because let's be honest, it's not really worked out for him since being at Tottenham. Now, hopefully, Dele here doesn't want to negotiate too much on the wages, because I want to save as much money as possible when making these transfers. Rotation is fantastic news for me as well, because we are not going to be using him week in, week out. Only wants a 1-year contract, which is weird. I want him for at least 2 years. There's no point signing him for 1 and then having to re-sign him. Apart from that, everything's pretty straightforward. It does say that he's taking a pay cut or he's going down from his recommended wages. And that's a bonus for me. Let's get Dele Alli signed up. Surely this one has to be an A as well. How can this not be an A? It's a free transfer. Of course it's an A. Before we do any business though, I want to take on Manchester United at Old Trafford, and we've got a ton of tired legs after the cup game against Liverpool, which means Richarlison and Harry Kane will be playing up top with Maddison in behind them. Spence on the right, Destiny on the left, Højbjerg, Basuma as central midfielders. And it's going to be interesting at the back because it's going to be Gahey, Simakan and Lenley. Interestingly, Ronaldo still plays for Manchester United and is starting up top for them today. Dele Alli does start this one on the bench for me. Not playing a game of FIFA in 14 days might hinder me as well in this one. And there's been a couple of title updates, I'm imagining, so I have no idea how this one's going to go. Let's just hope that we win the game. But if you do go on to enjoy the video, make sure to smash the like button, as well as hitting the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Out to Spence, who could turn his man absolutely breezy in towards Harry Kane. Oh my god, what a save from David De Gea. That would have been the perfect start. Expecting big things again from Harry Kane, the captain this season. That's a great save. Maybe a little bit too much straight at David De Gea. I'll take that for a start. Maddison is going to be taking the corner. This would usually be Son territory, and I don't like to drop him at all. Richarlison! Oh my god, 2 great saves from De Gea right in the opening 6 minutes. Oh, whip another good ball in here with Maddison. He seems to have a decent delivery, and he's finding Richarlison at will as that one goes beyond the post. That ball out there from Lafont to Gahey was absolutely ridiculous, and if Spence can find that pass, oh my god, Richarlison score a goal. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Can you believe it? What a finish that would have been from Richarlison. Højbjerg there fires that one out to Destiny, who has been getting the starts at the minute. Oh, that's a good ball in. Richarlison finds James Maddison surely for 1-0 to Tottenham. And there we go. Manchester United haven't had great seasons. I don't feel like they've improved the squad that much. This is a side we should be beating. With this well-worked goal into James Maddison, we do find the lead on the opening day of the Premier League. Such a contrast, my time with James Maddison. Hating him last year, loving him this year. Good ball out to Sancho, and can Lenley get across to Ronaldo? He can. I shouldn't have stepped in there. I thought it was close enough, Ronaldo. Oh, that's a great ball over. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. And a red? How are you giving a red? I can't afford to lose another defender for the Manchester City game. I mean, there's no contact. That's absolutely ridiculous, referee. Of course, it's going to be Ronaldo stepping up, right? Can I save this Ronaldo? Penalty, and Lafont can. It is still 1-0, but we are a man less, and I need to get the ball out so that I can make a substitution. Maddison has turned beautifully there. Højbjerg then out to Spence. Actually, are we going to have a runner on here? Harry Kane, go on, mate. Oh, I just could not find the right pass. I need to not rush the football at the minute without a centre-back, and this is extremely dangerous for me. I need to get the body on the pitch I need. I don't even think I have a centre-back on the bench. What a save, Lafont. I actually really feel sorry for James Maddison here because he's the man that's going to make way. Basuma will go to centre-back and Oliver Skipp will come on as a CDM, which makes us that little bit stronger there in midfield. Richarlison will drop a little bit deeper with Harry Kane up top. Not even close to an ideal way to start the season. When we went 1-up, I thought this is going to be breezy. That's instantly changed here. And now I am extremely worried as Anthony puts that ball across and we get away with the football. And it's all going to be about counter-attacking and on the break for us now in this match. Is there a ball over? Oh, that was a good ball. Harry Kane's touch is good. Harry Kane keeps the football, does he? Now, Kimpembe. They've improved at the back, Manchester United. Just not going forward. Oh, this is a good ball in. Berghaus across. Well in Basuma to clear that one. Surely Richarlison could get something on it. He's completely lacklustre. Can't see the ball in the air, and I am nervous. What a save, Lafont. Pure chaos, then, in the first half. Let's just settle things down. I'm already thinking about moving the left and right mids to fullback. Go 100% Mourinho against this Manchester United side, maybe. Anthony now flying forward. Lenley is there to cover. I can't let him get the ball across, though, because Ronaldo was standing in a pretty decent position. Tonali fires that one. Another great save from Lafont. That is why he's our number one. Sancho on the corner. He's so hard to mark. I can't mark him. Needed to bring somebody else over. Still can't mark him. Oh, what a ball to Casemiro. And there we go. 1-1. They thoroughly deserve it, because since we've gone down to 10 men, we have struggled. I'm not quite sure how we escaped this one, because we've had no possession. We've not seen the football. This is how it should be if you have a red card, though. This is how the game should feel. If I get a man sent off, I should feel under this immense pressure. We are missing our two best centre-backs as well for this one. The ideal opening day. If we could finish this at 1-1, I'll be happy. Weird one, but double sub. Harry Kane's absolutely knackered, needing for Man City, and Richarlison's tired as well. So Scarlett and Dele Alli come on. We've been told to give Scarlett more game time, so I'm going to do it. Is Højbjerg really the man I want to be taking this? Apparently so, after having a look through. I don't know if we could be doing this, actually. If that's probably the right move. Let's see what happens, lads. Let's just see what happens. It's a good position for Højbjerg. Oh, my God. If it just makes it beyond the big head of, I believe, Anthony, that might be in the back of the net. Højbjerg is now our set-piece master, and we'll be taking the corner. Now, he scored a late goal from a corner. Can he now produce a good cross-in that will give me a goal from a late corner towards Basuma? Anthony again getting his head in the way. Oh, this could be the play. Spence, go on then. Oh, it's a great ball. Spence to win the game. Oh, it's just saved by De Gea. You just want anybody else there. He's a right back in reality. You want anybody else there but Spence. And it's saved by De Gea. We huffed and we puffed there towards the end of the game, but I will take a point against Manchester United when we had Simicon sent off for nearly 70 minutes of this match. It does mean we're going to be missing a centre-back, and that'll be two centre-backs out, and I can't afford that. We were thinking about signing one anyway, so I'm going to do it right now. Now, this guy's going to be a rotation centre-back, and at the minute, I'm looking at Max Kilman. People wanted him. I'm thinking that would be a good deal. Also, Braithwaite maybe from Barcelona, but they're not willing to give him away. 11.2 million of a release clause. He's a young Englishman. Could do a job, but both Sitalos look decent as well, especially Josip. Him recently joining Athletic Club, though, is probably not a deal we can get done, and Bosco just hasn't improved that much, and he's too important to the club. So it's between Max Kilman and Braithwaite. Considering it's a Champions League season, we're going to go with the experience of Max Kilman. I would bite their hands off if they just let me have him for 20 million. That wouldn't be too much out of our budget, and he would do a job this year. They want Lucas Moura. That's not going to happen. So 22.3 million for Max Kilman. Brilliant. We'll get the deal done. He is in the peak of his career as well, so this is a good move for him. A perfect move for me. It's going to be a B in the end then for Max Kilman, but I think this is an A deal for us in the long term. We need that rotation centre-back, and that's exactly what he took in his contract. He's 27, so we'll get a good few years out of him, but he is at his peak. I do believe he might still go up 1 or 2 overall, and only 51k a week on the wages. Doesn't leave us with that much money to play with, but with Lo Celso looking like he's going out the door and still other player sales potentially going to happen, there will be some money left for us to make another signing. And as I spoke, Lo Celso is out the door. 31.5 million the deal. And that's it. Lo Celso was okay for his last season, but he wasn't getting the game time he needed. It's time to move him on. I hope he has a great time at Borussia Dortmund, but as you can see, they believe it to be an A anyway. Another excellent deal done in this window. That does mean, though, in midfield, I feel like we lack numbers, and I would prefer a CDM, but I would take a centre mid as long as they have some defensive traits. And if we could somehow muster up the money to bring in Jude Bellingham, he would be the perfect addition to our midfield. Manchester City up now then. This is going to be the starting 11. The biggest change in this one is that Sessegnon gets the start today. And Max Kilman is in the starting 11 because of our centre-back situation. I've chosen him over Lenley. We've had so many 50-50 results against Manchester City. But if we are to be in title contention again this season and hopefully maybe go back-to-back, become the new Man City, then this is the kind of side we need to be. Point on opening day was good away at Old Trafford. But a victory here at home with our full starting 11, Heung-min Son back in the side, our superstar last season, would be huge. Maddison instantly found in space. And he's having such a good start to the season, and he's going to have such a good start to this game, because it's 1-0 Tottenham. We strike early again. Our number 8, James Maddison, if he doesn't have an England call-up in this game at this stage, I would be shocked. I know it's just a little graphical thing, but I've just noticed this, that we actually have the Premier League winners badge on our sleeves. How cool is that? Not as cool, calm as collected, though, as James Maddison, scoring with ease early in this one. That through ball was perfect. Kulusevski wins it back, and I must admit, I do feel absolutely ridiculous when we have this starting 11 out. James Maddison is in again, maybe. Oh, this time it's saved by Edison. Man City falling apart early. Have we got an injury? I just said Kulusevski's great to have on the pitch. He's injured. We'll keep him on, though, for a minute or two, hoping that the injury subsides. On back on corner kick duty and back finding Harry Kane. No, Phillips gets to it, but Yves Bissouma will get to... Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Can't believe he's at the crossbar, but he has. That was so close there from Bissouma. We played on for a little bit, but we're going to have to bring him off. Kulusevski comes off and Spence comes on. That'll be frustrating. His first start of this Premier League season. He's going to pick up an injury. Hopefully it's not a long-term one. And there to Højbjerg. Højbjerg disguises it into Maddison. Oh, he does find the back of the net. I can't believe it. We're not even 20 minutes in. It's 2-0 Tottenham. We're running riot against Manchester City. It's basically the exact same squad as we played against last season. We are doing damage. What a ball in from Højbjerg, and I thought we'd lost it by that touch, but Edison has a howler. Not often you see Edison having a howler. Edison and Alisson, and De Gea, to be fair, two of the best goalkeepers we've come up to. 3 of the best goalkeepers we've come up against. He's had a nightmare there. Having Bastoni back on the pitch does feel good, because he's just been a tank here against Mahrez. Him and Sessegnon seem to be linking up really well together. De Bruyne now, and João Cancelo. You know how good he is coming forward, but Spence picks it off him. And this is where we've been most dangerous. Spence now with the ball. Oh, it's a terrible pass. Harry Kane was in. Harry Kane, he'll hold that up. Oh, my God, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's into Spence. Spence here to make it. Oh, my God. That would have been 3-0 and maybe game over. That was a poor shot from Spence. Kulusevski definitely would have scored that. Oh, they made a mistake. And Bissouma now with a shot. Oh, that would have been a screamer. Another corner chance then. Son will whip that one in. That's a good ball in. That's a great ball in. Kilman nearly scoring on his debut. Don't know what Manchester City have turned up, but it's not the Manchester City that you would expect, because they are being ruined here in this game. Absolutely destroyed. Heung-min Son now will try and thread that one through the eye of the needle to Harry Kane, and he does. And Harry Kane surely finishes it. Oh, he's hit the post. He's hit the post. That just would be game over. And it leaves Man City still in this match. Kilman now up against Haaland. Probably not what he wants here on his debut, but Haaland had nobody helping him. It's such a weird dynamic I'm seeing from them at the minute. Oh, is Harry Kane in again? This time, surely not. He's hit the post once. Harry Kane surely not for a second time. Harry Kane, what a save from Edison. Forced wide. Very well there by Diaz. Calvin Phillips off. Guendouzi on for Man City. Weirdest sub I've seen. They've opened me up a little bit here, but Erling Haaland again is just extremely on his own. I'm going to pull everybody across, but he still scores it. Absolutely brilliant. And there's time left, and this is what I said when you've got Erling Haaland on the pitch. Those Harry Kane chances, especially the one where we hit the post, we need to score. Hopefully, we're not going to regret them. Scarlett has been in really good goal-scoring form, though, so we'll see how he does now he's on the pitch. Well, Man City have shifted shape just a touch here now, and the press from them is becoming very relentless. Dele Alli. I need to use him to link up play. His passes haven't been sharp at the minute, but I'm sure with sharpness that will change. And oh, that was a poor pass back, and we're going to have a corner. Substitutions all around as we take this corner. Let's see if Son can produce a good enough one in order for us to get a decent header on. Højbjerg has scored them in the past. Wasn't good enough there. Erling Haaland did manage to get them back in the game, but it did not matter. In the end, we win this one 2-1. A really good result. Much needed. First win of the season. Dele Alli back in the team. How weird is that to see for you Tottenham fans? And he had a few bright moments. James Maddison, though, as Cam, is absolutely smashing it this season. The man has proved time and time again what a good signing he is. Already with 3 goals. Luckily for us, Kulusevski's injury is only 5 days long. I was really impressed with Sessegnon in that last game. And I actually believe that we should probably make a change where Brian Hill or Destiny go to right mid. Now, Brian Hill can already play there, so we might look at that. If we look at his development plan, he's good with both feet, so I'm going to change him to play right mid. We'll keep Destiny and Sessegnon for now as our left midfielders, but we do know that Destiny more comfortably than Sessegnon can play there. Sessegnon's going to get a new contract as well. Another offer for Sessegnon, but we've talked about this. It's got to be the right offer, and I just don't want to sell him to a rival in Chelsea. With the transfer window winding down and us coming up to the Leeds game, I'm just not sure at the minute what more business we can do. I want that central midfielder, though. I'm worried when we get into the Champions League, we're going to be in trouble. Now, Camavinga to Leeds United. I would love that in real life. Also, apparently, Calvin Phillips might be up for sale. I would like him. Speaking of the Champions League, we are in Group D, and it's going to be us, Roma, Porto, and Celtic. I'm not being funny, but I personally believe that this is a winnable group, and fairly comfortably. I'm just not sure we get any other deals out of the club, but I'm going to go for it. Go hard or go home here in Season 3. We're going to try and make a deal for Jude Bellingham here work somehow. Gonna bring the England star back to England, and I'm gonna see what it lets me offer. Going for 80 million, but that would basically be all the budget. This is all I can offer. I can realistically offer about 72 million. We're gonna submit that, and they're open to a deal, but it means we have to lose Højbjerg. I'm gonna remove Højbjerg and see if we can go for anybody else. Why offer them someone like Marcus Edwards instead? It wouldn't be ideal to lose Marcus Edwards, but he would suit their style of player. Then we get Jude Bellingham. I'm going to try it. 54 million and Marcus Edwards. Let's see what they say. In fact, we're probably gonna have to put the transfer fee up just a little bit. I don't really want to lose Marcus Edwards, but his game time has become way less, and this could be a deal that makes sense. They don't want that. They want absolutely ridiculous amount of money, and there's just nothing we can do to get Jude Bellingham right now. That is absolutely devastating. We have been screwed over a little bit here financially. I'm not gonna lie. Jude Bellingham really would have been the player I wanted, but it does feel like it's just not gonna be the deal we're gonna be able to get done. And as I look through this list of players positionally, I'm just not sure what we need. Apart from a central midfielder, I feel like if we can't get Bellingham, there's no way we get Musiala. And Mateus Nunes is someone who was wanted a lot, but he's only just joined Roma. We'll come up against him in the Champions League. And then maybe Marcus Llorente could do the deal for us, because he could play right mid as well as playing central midfielder. Attribute-wise, he's very good. Like, he seems like someone who could definitely win the ball back, could easily play CDM. I'm going to go in for Marcus Llorente here. See if this is the deal that we can get done. I feel like he improves us, and his versatility excites me. Low balling at 45 million every single time. Everybody wants Højbjerg. That's not Simeone. It's not going to happen. He's been a beast for me this year. About 55 million for Llorente. They're going to accept the 55 million. This is a massive deal. There'll be two huge deals now in this window. As long as he doesn't freak out here in contract negotiations, which I don't think he will do, I think this is a decent deal. I know he's 29, but we want to win the Champions League. Sometimes you need these more experienced, fully fleshed out players in order to win the Champions League. We've got some youth in the center of the park. Right now, this kind of experience and pedigree he's got could be perfect for me. They're happy with the contract. I'm expecting this to be an A. You get a C, because maybe we overpaid for him. It's good price. Maybe we overpaid, but that does sort out our strength in depth in the center of the park. I see his versatility on what position he can play. We know he can play right mid comfortably. We could change him to play there. CDM, it says 137 weeks, but I've got no doubt with his attributes. Like, he's actually fairly decent defensively, and he's going to be someone in the center of the park that can win the ball back. So I know it says we can't retrain him to CDM, but we know he can play that. So with deadline day done and dusted, this is the deals we managed to get done. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring in Jude Bellingham, but I genuinely think the signing of Bastoni is massive. 90 million, the biggest signing we've had in this series so far. Max Kilman as well. We've really sorted the defense this year. And then the next biggest signing, of course, Marcus Llorente. I actually really like this player. I'm really looking forward to using him. It was a suggestion from you guys, and I think 55 million wasn't that bad for a ready-made central midfielder that could play right mid as well. Needed a backup goalkeeper. Alessio came in. Then, of course, we returned Dele Alli to Tottenham Hotspur. Let me know how you feel about our transfer business this season, but I think we're ready to do some damage in the Champions League. Leeds United up next then. We're only going to play the highlights in this one, and we're giving Llorente his first start for Tottenham Hotspur. A second win of the season here could be massive, and I'm going to try something a little bit cheeky now. I've never tried this before. We're going to hit it with a lot of power, and let's see if I can get that to hit the back of the net. That wasn't that far off. We'll have a counter-attack next, and we're going to see what we could do with this. I spot Harry Kane making a cheeky run. Play that one back to Son. Son's going to need some help now, and Camavinga, who did actually sign for Leeds, wins that back. The second half has come, and not much has happened. So they've made the substitution of Edwards. And I'm going to now try and find a way in behind. And I thought I'd done that there with Kulusevski, but wasn't to be. Doesn't feel like Leeds United have offered anything. And I have a very good attack here. Kulusevski now from this position. Oh, it's well saved for Meslier. 86th minute penalty to win the game for Tottenham. It's Heung-min Son. Of course it's Heung-min Son. Let's see if I can get this one into the back of the net. Meslier guessing the wrong way, and Heung-min Son will make it 1-0 Tottenham and save us as he has done so many times before. And the first time we're actually going to see Leeds do anything. They're going to have a corner kick. It'll be interesting to see what they could do with this corner kick. Of course not going to be Maddison because he's so short. It's going to change me to Maddison anyway. We just have to stop this hitting the back of the net, and we do. And that's the full-time whistle. Tottenham win another game 1-0. But at the end of this one, we find ourselves sat second in the Premier League table. Liverpool top, just 2 points ahead of us because they've won all 4 games. Of course, that draw for us against Manchester United. And the transfer window done and dusted, and I am extremely happy with it. Now, next time round, we are going to be kicking off the episode with Tottenham Hotspur after a year out of it, returning to the Champions League. We'll play our first game against Roma. I can't wait for it. I hope you can't either. That's it for me. Appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you're having a great week. Again, apologies for how long it's taken to get this one out with me being sick, but I am back, and I will see you in the next episode.